Hello, everyone, and welcome to Keynotes. I feel like I should address this right here. I added a backdrop. Felt like the stuff behind me was maybe a little bit distracting. So, anyway, that mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and dive into this week's information. So, February, January, 34 and 33 sales each month. So this has been the best year that we've had since 2007. So far, so good. But in 2007, we had a lot more administrative personnel, so this does mean a couple of things regarding the way we handle things at the office. We sent out, there was an email a couple of weeks ago about pre-sales and not being able to move a started home for a pre-sale. So I want to make a note on that. In the inventory report that y'all get that I send out each week, go ahead and check that every week just to make sure that there's not a start that you don't already have on your inventory list, just so that you can mark any possible changes on your map. So if you're going to sell a home, just to make sure that there's not already one that started, because if there is, we're no longer going to be able to bump a home that we've already started that's already been loaded into the system. So we'd have to move any pre-sale to a different site, which, happens sometimes, but we like to avoid it. It would put a bad taste in the customer's mouth. All right, so with that said, plan changes, which this is similar to the start issues, and not necessarily the plan change fee, so to speak, but if you have a plan that has options, using those options. So we have a typical way that we build a home. So the Wyndham, for example, gets the media room and the spare bedroom upstairs. The Creston has the study. The Princeton has a loft. An option was to add in a sitting area to the owner's suite that would take up the area of that loft, but we normally just build it with a loft. And the reason I say this is those kind of default ways of building it are now going to be the only way that we're able to build it without a plan change fee. And that's strictly to make sure that nothing is overlooked and we don't have any errors with all of this capacity that we're trying to fill. So that's another thing to keep in mind. From a sales perspective, we are running out of homes that are on the ground, which is a great problem to have, but it's still a problem. It still takes us 4 months to get a home from start to close. And I've heard many of you say, Brian, we need more inventory. We don't have anything to sell. We need more inventory. And I've said then, and I'll say it again, the only way that we're going to be able to get a house on that lot really, really quickly is to blow up a bouncy house, because these take time. We've still got 30 to 45 days on pre-start before we can even start building the home. So our construction time frame is still 3 to 4 months. This is only a problem for people who are looking to move immediately, but this is happening all across the market. So there's not a lot of completed inventory for people to buy right now. So their best bet, if they want to move quickly and they want new construction, is to go ahead and either go with one of our homes that's halfway complete, which they could close in 45, 30 days, depending on how far it is along on construction. Or they could select a home that's just started. Maybe it's through the pre-start process and close in 2 months. Or they could do a pre-sale, lock in the price, the incentive, and get started today for only $99 or $500, depending on your area. And that's going to be beneficial for them because prices are going to go up. It's springtime, and that's going to happen, so they can get some built-in equity. But that's going to be their best way to move forward, because right now we've got urgency on our side. Homes are going quickly, and if buyers don't act, they're going to lose the home site that they want. They're going to lose the section that they want. They're going to lose the pricing that they want. So there's tons of reasons to go forward, and as a salesperson, I would want to make sure that I shared that with them. So, and there's a good way to say it too, Mr. and Mrs. Homebuyer, I'd hate for you to be upset with me if I didn't at least share with you that our homes are going extremely quickly, and this may be the last time for you to own a home in this particular section or own a home on some of these sites, because they are going extremely quickly. So for just $99 or for just $500, you can lock in the price, the incentive, take this home off the market and get started today. Something like that, whatever feels comfortable to you, but just making sure that you convey that urgency, but without seeming pushy, because we certainly don't want them to think that we're just trying to sell them a home. We want them to want to buy. And the only way to do that is to present all the information in a good, clear way and let them decide to move forward on their own. All right, guys, thanks so much, and I will talk to you later.